top 10 best ultimates in Paladins. Now there's a lot of champions in Paladins, but I think I found the most useful ultimates in this game. And spoiler alert, these are gonna be mostly supports and tanks because they're just the best ultimates in this game. And also these not gonna be in particular order. Number 1 is not gonna be better than number 10. These are just in general the best ultimates in my opinion. So number 10 on the list is gonna be Eevee. Eevee's ultimate in my opinion is one of the best flanks ultimate and also one of the most annoying ultimates. Especially if you're running Snow Globe, it's just gonna make it 10 times worse. And I mean worse, I mean more annoying. Basically what her ultimate does is you summon this massive ice storm that deals 40 damage every 0.25 seconds. It slows enemies and also cripple them. So literally as soon as you get ulted, what can you do? Like what can you do? Especially if you're a supporter, you're just dead every time you get ulted by Eevee. And what makes it sound really good is because you cannot really counter it really well. There's ultimates out there where you can just easily counter them and they're kind of, you know, useless. Number 9 in the list is gonna be Dros. Again, you cannot counter his ultimate. This is why his ultimate is so useful. Basically, you just fly around and hunt an enemy to execute. And mind you, this is one-shot ultimate. It doesn't matter if they're support, a damage, a flank, or even the tankiest tank. You will one-shot them no matter what. Of course, there's some limits. Some characters can counter them. For example, Fernando, Ashe ultimate, for example, or Ray ultimate. But most of the time, it's very hard to counter this because if you don't have an escape, if you don't have like invisibility or like somewhere to hide, you are just guaranteed dead if he sees you. It's just so useful every fight. Just imagine as soon as a team fight starts, you just ult, it's gonna be 5v4. So you guys are basically in a upper hand. Like you guys are winning already. In my opinion, it's definitely one of the best damage ultimates out there. Number 8 in the list is gonna be Lillith's ultimate. Lillith's ultimate is just so useful most of the time. The only way this ultimate is not useful if your teammates are just not shooting whatsoever. Because what this does is as soon as you ult, you grant your team true lifesteal. So it means it doesn't get affected by anti-healing. It doesn't matter if the cauterize is 90%. As soon as you ult as Lillith, you just gain free lifesteal. And not only that, as soon as you ult as Lillith, you gain movement speed, jump height, and blood regeneration. And again, what makes this ultimate really useful is that you cannot counter it. Most of the ultimates in this list, they're very hard to counter, or even if you counter them, it doesn't matter, you will still die or something. But yeah, every team fight, you can literally just ult as Lillith. It doesn't matter if the flanker is like all the way back there, they're getting some life still, so you don't even need to worry about them. Number 7 in the list is gonna be Ray. Oof, Ray's ultimate is one of the most annoying and just such a good ultimate in this game. Someone is about to die or you're about to die and oh, they're suddenly full health and you cannot kill them. Hooray! All of the damage you just did to them, it doesn't matter. They're just full health again. Basically what her ultimate does is when you link to an ally, it makes them immune to damage for 2 seconds and healing them by 75%. This ultimate is just so useful to save your teammates or yourself. If someone is about to die, like they're one shot, oh, just link them and then they're full health. Or not even that, you can literally dodge ultimates if you want to. For example, there's a Sky ultimate, oh, just ultimate, it doesn't matter. Oh, there's a Bomb King, oh, it doesn't matter, you can just ult your ally and yourself and both of you are safe. And what makes this even worse is that she has a card where you can gain more ultimate. And not only that, there's an item where you can buy moral boost. So you can literally get this ult so many times. Number 6 in the list is gonna be Ashe. Of course, I cannot forget about tanks in this game because their ultimate is also really useful. So what this does is you basically just leap forward and you slam your banner down, dealing 600 damage, and it also stun enemies on impact. And while you're inside this radius over here, you are fully immune as long as you stay near this banner. The only downside of this is that they can knock you over, so you know they can push you away from this banner, and you also cannot save your teammates with this. But this ultimate is so useful when your team needs more time to like secure the payload, secure the objective, for example. It's just so good to making some space. And of course, one of the reasons why this ultimate is so good is because it's hard to counter it. The only way you can counter this is by pushing Ashe away from the banner. But if you don't have a knockback champion, what can you do? Really, like, what can you do? Number 5 in the list is gonna be Ceres. Now, I wasn't actually planning to put Ceres in this list because out of all of these ultimates in this list, this is probably the easiest to counter. All you need to do is buy Unbound and it's basically countered. But the reason why I still kept it in this list is because it's literally the only ultimate who can put them all together besides Nyx, you know, and Nyx can also kind of do that, but you know, let's forget about it. This is literally the foundation of combo ultimates. You can combo with anyone with this ultimate. This is what makes it like so good. If you want a team wipe where you just kill every single one of them, you need Ceres for that. And remember when I said you can easily counter this by Unbound? Well, yes, you can easily counter it, but the fact that you guys will still be all together in one place, so it literally doesn't matter. Number 4 in the list is gonna be Fernando. Of course, immunity. Immunity is always so good in this game. There's Ray, there's Ash, and now we have Fernando. Hooray! So in short, how do I say this? You and the rest of your teammates are not gonna die for a few seconds. You guys cannot go below 1500 health if you guys are inside Fernando's ultimate. Of course, the most obvious one to use this is like a big ultimate, PK ultimate, Ceres ultimate, Dredge ultimate, but you don't always need to dodge like massive ultimates or something. Just using this because someone is like low health or something to save them is so useful, because if someone is low health and you ult them as Fernando, the supports can easily just heal them full health again and no one dies because of you saved them. And again, this is not an ultimate that you can counter. What can you do to prevent this? Like nothing. Number 3 in the list is gonna be Grog's ultimate. Now you might be a little wondering here, like Grog's ultimate, why did you put him in the list? He's not even that good in this current meta or something. Grog's ultimate can literally change a team fight. Let me read you guys the description. Surge with elemental power and take flight, speeding up and healing allies for 350 every 0.5 seconds while slowing and striking enemies for 200 every 0.5 seconds for its duration. Yeah, so not only you're speeding and healing your teammates, you're slowing and damaging your enemies. Just imagine that in every team fight. And mind you, you can easily get his ultimate. The only way you can counter this is, you know, anti-healing. In the late game, it's not that useful anymore, because in the late game, the healing is not going to be that good. You can even buy items to remove the slowing, you know, effect, but it's still really useful in every team fight. It doesn't matter if it's late game, it doesn't matter if they buy items to counter it, it's still gonna be really useful in team fights. Number 2 in the list is gonna be Khan. I'm pretty sure everyone is expecting Khan to be in this list because Khan is just overall one of the best champions out there, and his ultimate is very straightforward actually. You just target an enemy, you drag them towards you, and you can hold them, dealing damage over time, and you can launch it again, dealing 700 damage. So not only you can grab it, feed it to your teammates, and they just instantly die, you can also just, you know, throw them off the map. You just yeet them off the map. And again, you cannot really counter this. Like, what can you do? As soon as he presses ultimate, you kind of just wish he's gonna miss his ultimate. That's the only way. This ultimate is once again really useful in team fights. God, I swear to God, Khan is always like so good. Like, I've never seen Khan fall off. Like, he's always just so useful. I'm not even talking about just his ultimate, I'm talking about everything about his kit. Number 1 in the list is gonna be Furia's ultimate. In my opinion, Furia's ultimate is just so useful every time. Basically what this does is you grant your allies 30% weapon damage and movement speed, and also you're immune for a few seconds when you channel this ultimate. So you know, just keep that in mind as well. You're all immune, yet again, immunity, yay. The reason why this ultimate is also just really good is that, again, you cannot counter this. The only way you can counter this is by running away, because I highly doubt you want to fight people who have 30% increased damage. Literally every team fight, if you hear a Furia ult, you are just in a losing game. Unless you guys have like saving ultimates and the enemy team are just really dumb, then you can win, but most of the time it's really hard to win in a team fight when they have a Furia ultimate. Just imagine 5 of them have increased damage and movement speed. Just imagine they have like Bomb King, they have Cassie, even just Tyra. Tyra can just shred people. This is why I think Furia's ultimate is one of the best, if not the best support ultimate out there. So guys, did you guys agree with my list over here? Comment down below if you guys agree with me or not. There's actually so many ultimates out there that are so useful, but of course course, at the end of the day, this is just my opinion. But let me know down in the comments below, what do you guys think is the best ultimate in Paladins? And that's it for today guys, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. See you everybody.